This video will provide you with a deeper insight into the sales management application POS365. The POS365 is a sales management application that works on the modern cloud computing platform, which helps store owners control the cost and optimize the operation. We help the customer saving the time in management, optimizing their profit, and data management. With years of experience in the retail business market, POS365 understands what you need to manage your business. Our software has always been the most cost-effective way for the store owner, or this support from our company is always free and permanent. To the store owner, we value the operation optimization, the cost of control, and remote quarantine. We help customers optimize their operation between different departments in a restaurant: orders, staff, kitchen, and cashier. I will use a waitress using a smartphone to order a dish. The data will be sent to the kitchen for the chef or the bartender to process the order. The order's data will be saved in the system, and the cashier will then print out a bill for the waitress to give the customer. Our software meets the multi-industry that helps store owners who have many business models to manage many business data in one software instead of using many software at the same time, especially when the store owner can supervise the store status or the status on all the users' branches via smartphone or tablet. To initiate a new account, we will go deeper into how the system works and all the features definition. Then access website post365.bn. Click on free trial button to create your trial account. A sign-up screen will appear with all the necessary account information such as store name, username, and password. In this demo, we are going to use the store name demo res 365. To create user store page, our system provides user with a simple URL which made by user store name. Type in store owner phone number. The default account username will use store owner phone number and password. Click on I'm not a robot to verify you are a legit user. If you are one of our sales partners, click on this section to enter your sales partner code. Click on Register to finish. After successfully creating your account, POS365 system will generate a store URL based on the information we entered in the sign-up section. You can also log in POS365 with application on smartphone and tablet with the account you created. Enter username and password that we used to sign up. Then click on Dashboard. A small pop-up will appear for the new account, requiring the user to choose the preset for their business model. Then, POS365 system will calibrate necessary features for the chosen model. New users can be overwhelmed by the amount of presets, but there are two main presets that all users can use for their store: F&B and retail. In this demo, we are going to use the F&B presets. User can choose to have sample data to understand more about how POS365 system works. Then press OK to finish. After the system finish all users preset, we can see all the features in Post 365 dashboard. This is the dashboard. It provides user with the store sales statistics and charts so that the user can easily see how the store is doing today. For instance, user can see how much money they gained today, how many tables are in use, and how much is the customer own them, and so on. The daily revenues chart help user to see the whole picture of how their store is doing each day. The chart can also show the daily revenue between the store branches. There is a table for the store popular product. User can use this table to see which items are more popular to the customer to adjust their business strategy. An activity log table to see store employee action, like selling a product, change the product information. Next, we can have a closer look at Post 365 features. The menu in the product sections allow users to create their menu and services in the restaurant, items on the supermarket and retail store, or materials in the manufacturing. For example, I will add a new product to the menu by clicking on Add New Product, entering product name, price, cost, and on hand. After entering all the product information, I will press Save. User can use Pricebook to create different price tag for the menu. For instance, you just open a coffee shop and you want to create a discount for a few items on the menu. Click on the plus icon, enter the Pricebook name and available date. For example, I'll be using opening as the Pricebook name and the available date is from today until next week. After that, select the items you want to have a discount on by searching in the search box. You can select by groups or with file support. You can manually change all the prices by hand. For example, I'll be reducing the price on these items by $20,000. Or you can change them all by using a simple method. Clicking on the calculator icon on the top right of the screen and entering your equation. I will reduce all the prices in this price book by 20% and press save to save all the change to the price book. Extra topping menus are usually used by tea shop, cafe, and fast food restaurant. Topping items are created in menu and added to the extra topping menu. User can set a price tag for topping. For example, I will set this sugar price to $5,000, or I can just leave it 0 as in free of charge. Next is the inventory count. Inventory count helps users organize the item stocks, adjust items information in the system to match the actual conditions of the items in the store. In short, it creates a stock balancing sheet. By the end of the day, or by the end of the month, or even when the users start using Post 365. To demonstrate, I will add a new inventory count. Search for the items that you want to change the information. In this case, I'll be using sugar. On the on-hand column, there are 40 kilograms of sugar, but in reality, I only have 35 kilograms in the store. So I will type on the count column as 35 and press complete. Now the amount of sugar on this POS365 system has been updated to 35. The last feature of the product is manufacturing management. It helps user create a preliminary orders based on the items that need to be produced. For instance, a bakery has to make a cake. They select the ingredients for the cakes and the system will automatically reduce the ingredients items in the storage and increase the output, which is the cake. To easier understand how the manufacturing management work, I will be adding a new manufacturing order. First, I will declare the input materials, eggs, sugar, and flour. Each ingredient can be changed in quantity. For example, white flour is 0.5 kilograms, sugar is 0.3 kilograms, and eggs will be using 3 eggs. And the finished output will be cake. A reminder is that POS365 have two states of saving a document. First is saving, or simply save, is to preserve all the input to the order or the document and save it for later. And the other one is complete. Complete is to finish the order and update all the input data to the system. Secondly, we talk about restaurants section. Screen for cashier are used by store owner and employees to sell products and manage order by table. Served is the feature that waiters will use this to order back to the cashier. We will go into detail later about these two features. Status kitchen is a screen used by a few restaurants using an order screen in the kitchen instead of an order printer. List of tables in rooms create a list of tables that match the current layout. Table info can be changed and grouped into first floor, second floor, and so on. The preview is the approximate value of tables currently in use. The history return is a feature that helps user grasp the reason why or the items in the order are cancelled or returned. If an employee has an error while selecting the items on the menu, they have to name the reason for those mistakes, avoiding losing invoice or the employee fraud when creating orders. Next in line is the transaction section on top of the orders feature, which allows the store owner to supervise all the information in the bills that are created, such as who's this bill for, when did it sell, what are the content inside the bills, how much does the order cost. The user wouldn't have to worry about losing the data in the past because POS365 stored them all using cloud-centered technology. This helps the store owner to follow all transactions at any point in the past. POS365 integrated many search tools for the user to use at the disposal on the left side of the screen. The users can search the orders in any time by the person who participates in the transaction. Order stock is a feature where users can import many goods to control the storage. To create a new order stock, click on New Order Stock. Select all items that need to be added to the system storage and enter the number of goods and their prices. You can also name a supplier in the order ticket to know which company provides the goods. For example, I'm going to choose Mr. Lam. Mr. Lam is the representative for the farmers who provide us with this vegetable. Next is the return to the supplier. You can make a ticket in this feature to create a return request to the supplier. Internal stock transfer is used in case an organization has many branches and one of them requires more goods from the main branch. They can make a request ticket in this feature. Other transactions is a feature that helps manage transactions related to canceled goods, damaged goods, and gifts. The last feature in this section is notebook sales, which can be used to create a bundle of items ready to be called on the cashier screen. Let's say your fast food restaurant is preparing for Christmas, so you create an Operation Christmas combo, which include 1 Coke, 1 burger, and 1 fries per bundle. You go to Notebook Sales and add a new notebook. Select the combo's component. And then name the notebook's Christmas combo. You can change the price on each item or just save the notebooks. In the partners section, we have the customer, suppliers, and shipping partners. Within this section, we can manage all the users' informations, all the users' transactions, bonus point, and customer or supplier's debt. You can add a specific customer in here or on the cashier screen. And you can also create a group of regular customer and premium customer. POS365 also support customer discount event. In case the new store has a voucher policy for customers, we can create a voucher bundle with an end date. Click on the promotion button on the top right of the screen and click on voucher code. Create add new voucher. Each voucher code will have a quantity of time they will be used. For example, this voucher code can only be used less than 100 times. And its expiration date is until next year, January. Enter the value that the order will have a discount. The user can enter the value by numbers or by the percentage of the order. For example, I'm going to allow this voucher to reduce 30% of the order. I press save to save this new voucher code. Now every time the customer use this code, they will get a 30% discount for their order. Along with voucher code, we also have point configuration. In the discount point configuration, the user can set the point exchange rule. For instance, 1,000 dongs equal to 1 point. Using the product promotion to apply promotion operation with products. For example, buy 2 get 1, or buy a bag of Doritos with a can of soda, you get a bonus can of soda. Next, we'll be talking about the cash flow. The cash flow is like a handbook that records all the store receipts and payment, which help the store owner has a grasp on the store cash flow. The system will create a receipt whenever an order is created. If the user have other receipt and payments for different purpose, they can add a new receipt and payments by click on the receipt voucher and payment voucher. Select the category for the receipt and payment. For instance, the payment for the electricity bills, a debt receipt from a long ago bill, etc. On the cash flow interface, we can only see the funding period, total income, the total expense, and balance. In addition, the cash flow can be divided into many payment methods. POS365 has a wide variety of reports that provide the store owner with a diversified view at the store business situation so that a reasonable business plan can be created. First is the end of the day report. It is a summary of all the transactions, all the expenses, and incomes today. Users can print out the end of the day report in any paper size which they are using, such as A4, K58, or K80. This is the report that helps us to calculate the cash flow of the day, such as the total sales, the product sales in each shift. With sales report, we have a lot of criteria such as sales detail, redeem reward points, payment method, product sold. The return report summarizes all the returned products by the customer. Along with the 3 reports above, there are also a report section for storage, debts, and cash flow. On the right side of the navigation bar, station 5 buttons. The card icon and the pen icon are the shortcut to the cashier screen and serve screen. Click on the marker icon, will allow you to select between store branches, should the store have many branches. Click on the spinning gear to open the setting menu. The content inside the setting are: store setting contains all the store basic information, including store name, logo, etc. Some section in the store setting will appear in the printed bill, so you should fill them in. The figure configurations allows you to set up the printers for the POS365 system and the other features. Some features might be a bit confusing, therefore you should contact the POS365 customer care team before considering changing anything. The POS365 can change the print template to follow the user's preference, as long as all the information the users need is in the token table. You should contact the POS365 customer service when changing the print layout. You can open a new store branch in the branch management. The user management are used to create and set permission for the employee's account. On the user management display, at the moment there is an account which is your admin account. You can change your account information by clicking on the update button. To create a new employee account, pressing on add new user, entering its username and password, then save. To set the permission for the employees, click on the account, go to the permission tab. After saving all the new account information, we're moving on to how to create a new product in POS365. It is simple to add a new product in POS365. Just go to the menu in the products, press add new product to create an item. Here is the detailed information of an item. First off is the product code. You can enter the product code provided by the supplier or leave it empty so that the system can generate a default code. A product can have many product codes. The product name is a required field that needs to be filled. Price is a sales price. Cost is the price from the supplier. And the item base unit. The group of product is to divide the products into groups to easily manage. You can click onto it to review the group list or add a new group for the item. Kitchen is to select output printer for the product when ordered. A product can be printed from many printers. The second most important field after the product name is product type. It is divided into three options: standard, service, and composite. To demonstrate what is the purpose of these options, we begin with the standard type. The standard product is the type which can be managed by stock quantity like cigarette, milk bottle. The quantity of the products will change each time we sell or restock the item. Composite is the product made by standard items. To give you an idea, a cup of coffee made from 10 milliliters of milk and 15 grams of roast coffee. The purpose of the composite item is to control precisely the amount of ingredients, The more ingredients we save, the less we lose after selling the product. To create a composite item, first you must create the ingredients as status item, then go to the component tab in the composite item to name the ingredients and their quantity. Because the component item only use the ingredients, they don't have a specific quantity. The last of three types is the service. The service product is defined by the amount of time the customer used. For example, fishing hours and room service, etc. Along with the main input fields, we have more options on the right side. Provide user with more than one way to manage and selling their product. On top is the split for sales order. It is used in case the user need to order one item many times with a different setting. Enable, and every time you choose this item, instead of increasing the quantity of the items on the cashier screen, it separates into a new item. Very useful in restaurant and boba shop. Enable hidden on screen will hide the product from the cashier screen when enabled. Usually used for ingredients item. You can still interact with the product outside of the cashier screen. The don't print labels prevent the label printer print this item after users press the payment button on the cashier screen. Enable the open extra topping after select menu options if you want the topping menu appear right after select the item. For when the product type is service, two extra options will appear. On top of the split for sales order option, selling prices equals to the percentage of total on order. Turn this on and the item price will be calculated as a percentage of order value instead of using price tag as a cash register. Let's say the customer wants to have a birthday cake for their birthday in the restaurant. The price of the cake will be 10% on the customer bill. Another one is the quantity of calculated according to the time of use. It is used if the service is charged with time. A new field will appear and ask you to calculate the time customer wants to use. This often applies to motels, karaoke, and billiard. On the All Branches Can View text box, allow you to store newly added goods in just any branch or across the entire branch by entering all the store branches name. There are other settings for the product such as other settings. It is used to convert between large unit and base unit through the conversion value. To illustrate, I will use the beer can as the base unit and the beer crate as the large unit. And the conversion value between these two are 24. Which means that 24 cans of beer equal to 1 beer crate. Norm's inventory is to set a min and max quantity of the standard items to manage the item storage. The bonus point is to set commissions for the employees. You can add the product thumbnail here. These are all the details information of a product. However, there are still three other tabs. The second tab is the author's information. It is to create a quick note on the cashier screen for the product. The component tabs is where you name the ingredients for the composite items. And you can assign a specific supplier for the items in the supplier tab. It will help you easily manage the supplier information. But please don't forget to press save after you finish entering all the information about the product in the detail tab to save all the items information. Afterward, we can start selling products immediately. For the restaurant owners, you will need to create a list of tables before using the cashier screen. Go to the cashier screen by clicking on the card icon on the top right of the screen, or the restaurant section, then screen cashier. The cashier screen was made to have a user-friendly interface. Start the order by choosing a table and selecting the dishes on the menu. I will be choosing the B1 table and adding 3 items on the menu to the customer order, or finding the dish using the smart search tool on top of the screen. Entering a few key letters and the search tool can guess what you are looking for. You can also select the preset item combo by using notebook sales. Besides, user can change the order details such as adding extra topping for the dishes. Increasing the quantity of the ordered items. In case that the employee mess up an order, they won't be able to cancel it until they state the reason. If the customer changed their seat, you too can move the order from their original seat to the current one using split button. Press kitchen to send the order to the printer in the kitchen. The preview button allows user to print out a preview bill to show the customer how much they need to pay. Be cautious, this button only print out the preview to the customer. The system won't save the customer purchase until you press payment. Click on the total price to open the detailed information table of the bill. You can apply the shipping cost, discount, and tax to the bill. One more thing we can do with editing the bill is that we can create debts for the customer. To create debts for the customer, first, you need to add that customer to the system. For instance, I have Mr. Joe owe me a bill cost around $5 million and he couldn't afford it at the moment. So I add Mr. Joe to the system by pressing on this purple button next to the customer search box. Entering Mr. Joe information and press save. Later on, when Mr. Joe revisits the restaurant, you can add Mr. Joe to the bill again through customer search text box. After adding Mr. Joe to the system, change the amount received in the customer bill to 0, or the amount of money that they can pay right now. Now, his debt will forever record in the system until he can pay this off. The POS 365 can support multiple groups of people on one table. The best we can do is 4. And each of them is assigned with a letter A, B, C, and D. The icons on the top right of the screens are full screen, This secondary attached display is for the cashier that use two monitors on their counter. Enable this feature and the customer can see their items are being added to the bill, or the users can play a video advertising their store. The green cloud icons in the middle means that the system is online and connected to the POS365 server. If it turns gray, like so, then that means the system is offline and all the customer order will be temporarily saved in the customer personal device. When the system is back online, click onto the cloud and press sync to transfer all the offline order to the server. Next to the cloud icon, we have the setting for the cashier screen. But I said setting, but it has more than just option. It contains a few shortcuts. First is the shortcut for sales return. This only used for the retail store business model. The second shortcut is for processing orders, which used when users need to quickly edit the order that has been paid. After that, we have a shortcut to create a new product and immediately use that product to sell. There are two paper size options for the user's printer, A4 and K80, K55. If the customer doesn't want to print a receipt after the payment, uncheck this option. The don't print empty price is enabled when the customer doesn't want to include the promotion items in the receipt. The user can set the number of copies for the receipt or the kitchen's order. Turn these features on when you don't want to print the processing report together, but separate each dish. The ordering sound is to notify the cashier to check out the incoming orders. The end of the day report helps employees see how much their shift needs to be returned to the owner after the shift is over. To sum it up, that was all the most basic features that most of the POS365 users needs to know when they use the F&B model for their store. POS365 retail business model is not so different from the F&B one. They don't have list of table on the cashier screen and have a few different features such as manage lot number and expiration date and create barcode label. To create expiration date for the product, first update the product in the list of product and select lot number and expiration date management. Then go to order stock in transaction. Create a new order stock ticket. Enter the product that has already enabled the lot number and expiration date management option. Click on the lot button to review the pop-up. Type in lot number and expiration date, then proceed to finish the order stock ticket. To see how close is the product to the expiration date, go to the expiry warning in the product section. All of yours product that has expiration date will be displayed here. Next, we are going to see how to make a barcode label. Go to the print barcode labels in the product section. Select the items you want to have labels in the search product and print the label for this specific group of items. Enter the print quantity, then press print. Select a barcode label printer and the label size. Click print to print out the label. Thank you for listening.